Hi, I'm John, and I've been making some pumpkin soup. I think it's almost ready, but while it cooks, I'm going to tell you a story. It's called A Pipkin of Pepper. Something was bubbling in the old white cabin. What was cooking in the cooking pot? Pumpkin soup, made by a cat, a squirrel, and a duck. Waiting just for a pipkin of salt to make it the best you ever tasted. But no salt left, quacked the duck. They'd run clean out. It was true. There wasn't a grain, not a speckle of salt to put into the pumpkin soup. Would it still taste good? No, the cat said. I'm going shopping. Oh, please, begged the duck. Let me come too. But the duck hadn't been to the city before, and he had a habit of wandering off. What if you get lost? The cat meowed. I won't, squawked the duck. And if I do, I'll tell a police dog. You'll never find the police dog, yelled the cat. If you're ever lost, said the squirrel, the best thing to do is to stay where you are, and we'll find you. It was time to catch the bus. Can I go? Pleaded Duck. Can I go? He said. And he wiggled and he wheedled and bobbed and begged until the cat said, all right, if you promise to hold tight. And I'll come too, said the squirrel, and hold on to you. But the duck felt scared when he first saw the city. It was very big and very busy. Hold on tight, said the squirrel. The salt shop isn't far from here. And the cat led them past more towers and more stores selling all sorts, puddings and pastries, pilchards and prawns, lobsters and light bulbs, pizza and pepper. And that gave Duck a clever idea. Wouldn't it be fine, he murmured, if we bought some pepper for the pumpkin soup? I bet it would taste delicious, he quacked. Can we buy some pepper? Squeaked the squirrel. We won't need that. There's the salt shop, said the cat. But the duck wasn't listening. He was thinking about pepper for the pumpkin soup. Would one pipkin be quite enough? He turned round to ask. But the others had gone. Lost, quacked the duck. I'm lost in the city. He scuttled off in a terrible tizzy. Inside the salt shop, the cat and the squirrel were busily buying a small bag of salt. They didn't even notice that Duck was missing until the salt was paid for and packed. Where can he be? Howled the cat. And the squirrel wailed, where did we see him last? At the pepper shop, they shouted together. They hurried back, but poor Duck was lost in the crowd. He collided with kind Mother Hen. Are you lost? She clucked. Yes, bawled the duck, and I can't find my friends. Where did you see them last? Asked the hen. At the pepper shop, sniffed the duck. I know the shop, said the hen. And the pepper dog might have seen your friends. Let's go and ask him. A cat and a squirrel, said the pepper dog. They just left by the other door. I'll never see them again, wailed the duck. Hush, said the hen. We've dialed 999. Any minute now, they'll come right through that door. Pretty soon, through that door came 6 police dogs with megaphones, 4 helpful fire dogs, 2 foxes who left rather quickly, and at last, the squirrel and cat. Oh, the duck was so pleased to see them. The cat wasn't cross, and the squirrel didn't scold, even though they'd missed the last bus. Who needs the bus? Quacked the duck. We've got a police dog to fly us home. The cat and the squirrel were happy. They had their salt for the pumpkin soup. As for the duck, he had his packet of pepper. He held it tightly all the way back. Home again in the old white cabin. Pumpkin soup in the cooking pot, made by the cat who slices up the pumpkin, made by the squirrel who stirs in the water, made by the duck who tips in a pipkin of salt and a pipkin of pepper. Oh no! A packet of pepper! Would the soup still be the best you ever tasted? Achoo! Delicious. And that story was called A Pipkin of Pepper. Now I think my soup is ready. All I need is some pepper, just like ducks. And it's nighty-night for you, and I'll see you soon.